Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. The way of the world is to go from that which is simple to that which is more complex, more difficult. Level 1, level 2, level 3. The way to build expertise in this world is to go from that simplicity to more and more insight through complexity. But the way of this satsang, the way of spirituality, true spirituality, is to go from that complexity into more and more simplicity. And if you find that something is grasping to understand, something is trying to get some conceptual expertise, then we know that it can safely be dropped. Because nothing that I'm saying actually needs to be understood in that way. You see? So even when I say please understand, what I really mean is please look. You see? Because nothing here really is abstract. To the mind, it is completely unfathomable. And therefore, it seems totally abstract. But to you, the reality that you are, nothing is extraordinary here that is spoken about. So it's not that we must take on more and more conceptual understanding, but more and more get used to just checking for ourselves as to what is really here. And if we notice that there is something like a grasping for more and more understanding, even that can be dropped. Because in that, there is this sense that I will. Now, today I picked up these new concepts. Tomorrow I'll pick up some more. Maybe in a few weeks of satsang, I will really have got it.
Father, your sound is a little bit low on my end. Can you move the mic a little bit closer to your mouth?
And we can also increase.
Oh, too much.
Too much? How is it now?
That's better. Thank you very much.
Okay. Maybe I can speak a bit louder. Okay, I speak like this. It's okay for you there? Okay, great. Okay. I got used to this mic now, and I'm like, usually how I speak, no? Outside satsang is very soft like this. No, I'm just kidding. So, what were we saying? That there's a sense that this satsang is good because every day I can pick up some new spiritual concepts, and in a few weeks I will have my bag full. Then it's not really the same satsang as I'm in. It's in some sort of a mental satsang where these words are just being picked up. Said, yeah, this one sounds good, so let me collect this one. This one, okay, this one I knew before, so this can go. Or this one I don't really agree with, so this can be kept aside. So our disagreement actually must not come from a fight between concepts. You see, our disagreement must not come from this is what I believe versus this is what you say. Our disagreement, if any, must come from this sense that I checked on what you say and I find that it is not true. This is beautiful contemplation and always reveals something. You see? Very often there can be some confusion about non-doership, you see, personal non-doership versus then who is the pointing in satsang for. This confusion can remain actually for a long time for many of us. Because on one hand we say there is nothing for you to do. Huh? Who is that referring to? It is referring to that which does not exist. The person that does not exist obviously cannot do anything. When we say that don't try to do anything means don't believe in this sense of personal doership. Then what is all of the pointing for? The idea still remains sticky sometimes that this satsang or satsangs in general will help the person free itself from personhood. Uh, The idea can remain sometimes that satsang is to help the person free itself from personhood. But this is not the case. Satsang, like everything else in this realm, is just a play that consciousness is playing with itself. So I'm going to repeat one more time so that because I know this is some sort of a sticky confusion for many of you. So let's look at it really step by step. Awareness, always aware, is not deluded, is not confused, cannot play any roles, is not operating actively in this realm at all. It's just the primal witnessing of this entire play. Huh? With me? Is it too early in the morning to share this stuff? Awareness is always aware. It cannot be playing the game of delusion and freedom, cannot be an active participant in this realm of appearances. So, then what has to be done to awareness? There's some pointing for awareness? No, obviously not. Awareness is just aware. It is the unborn, undying, absolute, ultimate, whatever you want to call it, that one. No satsang is needed for awareness. You see? You see? Therefore, when we point to awareness, what is the purpose of it? When we point to awareness, when we say, are you aware now? It is for that which is playing as if it is a person in this realm, for it to play the game of recognition of what it truly is. If anything is confusing, stop me. It's okay. If anything is confusing, stop me. Because I know that some of you have been in satsang 10, 15, 20 years and still we have this kind of confusion that remains. Yeah, yeah. Give him the mic. Yeah, anyway, come here.
Uh,
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask, why do you say playing the game?
playing the game.
Playing the game of, what did you say? Playing the game to,
What did I say?
huh? Recognize.
Yeah, yes, yes. Just in the
Recognize.
same way. Okay, so stay with me. We'll get to that point. So it's clear that awareness could not be the one that is spoken to here. That is clear or no?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, okay, we'll look
I
at
I
this
don't
also.
know that. Yeah.
So this awareness, which we say is the unborn, undying, untouched, unconcerned, unlabelable one.
Yeah.
You see, so if it is all of that, then obviously it is not being helped in satsang in any way.
Yeah, I
You see,
understand that.
so awareness is just aware of this entire. I call it play. I'll tell
Yeah.
you why play. You see,
Uh, I
so
think I just so I can tell you kind of
yes,
why
yeah,
I'm confused because if you call the play, you say sometimes you play
yeah,
or you're done with the play
yes,
and you try and come back,
yes,
but now you're saying to play to recognize.
yes.
So I feel like the play is when you're not trying to recognize, when
Okay,
you're trying to play,
yeah,
you're playing the life game,
yes,
and then when you're done with the play is when you want to recognize.
yes,
That's not a play. I don't know. It feels
yes,
like
yes, yes. This is very good.
maybe it's a
No, no, it's good. We'll look at this in detail actually, because today I really want to get into this because there is confusion about this. You see? So let's stay with what I'm saying. So awareness is aware. Nothing is changing for awareness. Yeah? We say in every satsang that the person does not exist.
yeah.
The person does not exist. So then we would not be spending all of this time trying to guide that one which does not exist.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So awareness just here needs no help with anything at all. The person does not exist. So then the question which is very valid is then what is satsang for?
Yes.
Isn't it? Uh-huh. Then what can be trouble is that when we only say that all there is awareness, which is ultimately true actually, and the person never existed, therefore nothing at all is needed, no conversation at all is needed, even this seeming conversation is not needed, you see.
From the
And yet,
ultimate. Yeah.
from the but there is nothing else. For there to be an for there to be a something which is not the ultimate, that means we must bring our attention to that which seems to be playing as if it is not the ultimate, as if
Yeah,
it is
but
relative.
yeah, I mean, I guess people like me fall into perspectives that are less ultimate, more relative. So
Yes, yes. Actually, if we are talking about an appearance in this realm, then we cannot really refer to it as the ultimate anyway, because this realm is the realm of conditioning. You see, there is no expression, true expression of that ultimate, non existent, non phenomenal absolute, which can be found in this play of phenomena. This entire realm is a play of phenomena.
okay, yes,
You
I
see?
understand that.
So then to just presume that, okay, I am non phenomenal, which is the absolute truth, can sometimes become the denial of this appearance of this relative realm. You see?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I know it can seem a bit sticky. What I'm simply saying is that although the truth is always that I am this non-phenomenal awareness, yet to deny the appearance of the dynamic aspect, the phenomenal aspect which arises within me, can become a very strongly egoistic mental standpoint. If you just say like a mantra that it's just all is this awareness, all is this absolute,
Yeah, that can
and
be.
how that manifests and how it manifested here when I was under this affliction, in a sense, was that the manifestation of this spiritual jerk, which when anyone would come in front of me and say, "This is what's happening to me," or "This is what my day was like when my wife would come and say these things to me, I would say, "But who are you? You don't exist." You see, so as
Yeah.
you can tell, that conversation would not go well.
No.
You see, because as Adya said, although everything you're saying is true, you're still being a jerk. You see?
Yeah.
And this jerkiness comes from sticking on mentally to an ultimate perspective and refusing to acknowledge the existence or the appearance of this realm, which is consciousness. And yet, the denial of consciousness can only happen within consciousness. Awareness cannot say there is no consciousness. Awareness is not interested in saying that. So, even the denial of consciousness happens only within the realm of consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to
Is it?
believe it or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
So, there must be this appearance of this dynamic aspect, the sense I am, and within which the ability to say I am not. Even to say I am not first must presume the existence of an I am. You see,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
know it's a bit tricky today, but we must look into these things.
Because you can't
Even
speak
to say I
otherwise.
am not needs I am.
Yeah. Otherwise, how would you speak?
Exactly. Or how do you say I am not before there being an I am, which is not?
Yeah.
You see, so this leads to a lot of level confusion. You see? Because in the sense that we're trying to speak about that which is the ultimate reality from a place of denying the relative appearance of this phenomenal realm within the phenomenal realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If all that we knew to be true is the ultimate reality, then I don't feel there would be any need to speak in the phenomenal realm.
But you still speak.
Exactly. So that is now what we are coming to. So, what is then the point of satsang? What is the point of this sharing? Isn't it? So, for me, I would rather say rather than denying the phenomenal play, let us look. And nobody can deny that this appearance is appearing. Really, with integrity, can we deny that this appearance is appearing? No. You see, it can be said that I am not in this appearance. But we cannot say this appearance is not appearing because even to say that would be within the appearance itself.
Yes.
You see? So now that this appearance seems to be appearing, how does the play of appearances go? It goes with the picking up of conditioning that I am a person, I am the body, these are my relationships, these are the things I want, and these are the things I don't want, this is my life. All of this conditioned play, playing as a person, is the usual appearance in this realm. And how it also usually appears is that when one is tired of playing as a person. Okay, so this is answering your question finally.
Okay. Yeah.
When one is tired of playing as a person, then the next stage of this play, this Leela starts, which is the play of freedom.
The play of freedom.
The play of freedom.
What are
Why?
you
Because
playing?
nothing really happened to consciousness. Consciousness, when it started playing as a person, did not actually become a person.
Okay.
You see? So it played the play of the person.
Okay.
And then as a final game of the play of the person, it is playing the game of dissolution of personhood itself.
Yes.
You see? So it is this dissolution of personhood which is the ending of the play as the person. And yet, that which is, this I amness which is here, cannot be denied. Because I cannot say I have stopped being just because I discovered I'm not a person. Being is still here. The denial of being can only be within being.
So then you continue to play as consciousness.
As God. So you move from playing as if you're a person to moving to play just as consciousness or God itself.
But when you say you play, do you feel like you're playing, or is it? I'm speculatively asking, but I want to ask. Do you feel? So you say you are playing as God. Are you playing as God, or God is playing and you're just kind of there, or something like that?
Depends on what you're calling yourself. So if you say that I am awareness, then you can say that I am the witness of God's play.
Yeah, but in a sense, is there a sense of I am playing? Is that sense there?
Yes,
I'm
yes,
playing,
I
but
am. The I am sense still remains.
so you have the feeling that you're playing.
Yes, the sense that I am itself is the play. The sense that I am itself is the play. You see? So the I am stays, and this world of appearances is dancing for the I am. That itself is the play now. But you're no longer playing as the person. But if you're saying, does it feel like, oh, I'm playing as if like I'm playing a video game or something? No, not like that.
I don't get it.
Yes.
I don't,
Yeah.
but it's fine.
Playing. Okay, so let's replace the word playing.
Yes.
You see? So let's say that God was pretending as if it is a person and pretending in that way, and now the pretense is dropped. But doesn't mean that this world of appearances stops appearing and moving about. So forget playing. You see this aspect of pretending
I
to be
can't
person.
understand your words actually,
Yes.
because I kind of stopped like being able to understand the words kind of a while ago.
Yes.
Like in every satsang, I don't understand anything, and I don't even know why I'm asking the questions because I also know I won't understand.
Oh no.
But I I just really like sat. I mean,
Yes, yes.
I know what I feel when I come here, so that's enough, and I know what's happening
Yeah,
inside.
yeah. Yes. Okay.
So,
So
but
let's.
somehow I want to know this. I don't know why I want to know this right
It's
now.
good. It's very good. Okay. So tell me, I know this feeling. I know this feeling from direct experience. So when I say, can you stop being now? Is there something to understand in that?
So you ask me the question,
Yes.
and the question goes inside,
Yes.
and something happens. It's like almost like somebody puts another camphor into a fire.
Yes.
It's like that, and I feel it. It's like it's something burns again.
Yes.
Some nonsense lights up,
Yes.
and it feels real or whatever.
Okay.
And that's all I can
So,
say. Yeah.
but the answer is what? Can you
I don't
stop being
know.
now?
I don't know.
You must try to stop being. You try to stop being. Don't be here. Don't be. Can you not be for just a second?
It's no. It's I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Say it from your experience. Don't worry about sounding silly or right or something.
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
something very simple. Can you stop being?
But I
And
don't
you
want to
must
just
say
give you
from
an answer,
you
like
must
a
say from
verbal
your own
answer.
experience. Just see from your own experience. Can I stop being now?
I can't. I can't. But I find it hard to say this because there is nothing substantiating my response. Like I usually try to speak when I have something to substantiate it, like
Yes,
something
yes,
to prove that what I'm saying is true.
yes. Here
But
we
I'm just saying it like
yes.
it feels like I'm just
Here we
total.
don't need any secondary evidence. Just the direct evidence that I try to stop being and yet being is still here.
Yeah, it's here.
Being is here.
I don't know if I can stop it or not stop it.
Okay.
I took the question, I
Yeah.
tried to stop, it
Yeah.
didn't
The
stop.
point is not to stop it or not stop it. The point is to bring you to the experience that the being is here.
Yeah, it's here.
It's here. Okay. So that's all that needed to be understood with that. You see?
Okay.
So you are coming to the direct experiencing. The mind could still be saying, but I didn't understand what happened.
Yeah.
But you are saying, is it?
Yeah, totally.
So
Oh
that's
God.
exactly what I was saying. That our idea of understanding has been this conceptual understanding, and we're keeping that aside and coming to the direct looking. So you say being is here.
Yeah.
No mental concept can come bring you to this point where authoritatively you can say being is here. It can only be from your direct experience.
Can you tell me
Yeah.
if I'm experiencing it or not?
You are experiencing it, everybody is.
No, but so when I say yes,
Yes.
am I lying or am I telling the truth?
If you were lying, then you would have been able to stop being. No? You cannot really
Yeah,
lie.
but am
No?
I just speaking like a conceptual spiritual ego? Am I or whatever? Am I just I don't know. Am I fake or am I real? Like I don't want to be. I don't want to just keep coming to satsang and just be a lemon. Like you know,
Yeah.
like I want to. I want to. Like I really want to get there
Yeah.
and speak honestly.
Yeah. Just like a child, can you stop being now? Cannot stop being. Why? Because
I can feel
they what?
my being is being,
Yes.
and my heart is beating,
Yeah.
and I'm feeling the heart beating. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is me being. Is that right?
You can feel that being is being. Does it need the heart to beat to be?
But when you ask me this question,
Yeah.
the response is almost like my heart goes, whoop.
Yeah. Yeah. And yet, if that was to stop, would that be the end of being? Suppose even this didn't come to your attention.
It would be the end, is what I feel like.
Right now,
If my heart stops beating, I wouldn't exist.
if right now, can you stop being irrespective of what the heart is doing?
How can I separate my heart from my being?
It's like saying, if my brain stopped functioning, then I would stop being. So is it the heart or the brain?
Feels like it's the heart. It sounds so dumb.
No, it's
I know
okay.
I
It's
sound,
okay.
but it's really what I'm
It's
feeling.
okay. We are looking at conditioning and ideas that we have about ourselves, and we are letting them go. So it's okay to look at this, to be honest like this.
Yeah,
To
because
come
the
with,
experience of the heart beating
yes.
is validating my existence. And I can try and go all spiritual and stuff. Yeah, I'm
No,
believing it and
don't
all,
go there.
but
Yeah,
no,
don't
it
go
really
there.
feels like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
this is. And there's emotion. There's a lot of emotion around that heart center area energy. I can feel in the body. I feel this is where I am.
Yes, yes. And the rest of it is where? The
The
rest
rest,
of your body is not inside you. If you say, this is where I am, then the rest of it is not you.
it's not
Then what is it? Who is it?
some, it's something else. I'm not concerned about it.
So you are just here.
I just feel like, yeah, I'm in my heart. Like it's either an emotion, it's emotional and it also is accompanied with actual physical heart moving.
Yes. So if you are just here, right, then who would be worried about sounding silly or whether they got it or none of that? You're just the heart. So don't fight that. Just the heart. Now what else is there? Who else is Satyan? Who doesn't want to speak from spiritual concepts? Who is it that stops understanding midway in satsang? The heart. And who perceives the heart also? Is that which sees the heart or is aware of the heart, is that also the heart?
No.
So is that somebody else who's seeing? Or are you seeing the heart? Even the beating of the physical heart, who is perceiving?
I can't catch that question. Like it's not.
This one that can't catch that question, let's keep that on aside for a while because it's simpler than that. You're seeing that the heart is beating, yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
That which is seeing that the heart is beating, who is that one?
That is.
Is Prabha telling you that your heart is beating?
No, she's not.
Is it not your direct experience?
It is my direct
So
experience.
therefore you must be seeing that the heart is beating. You are aware of the beating of your heart, isn't it?
Yes, I am.
Yes. So this one that is aware of the beating of the heart, is that also beating or is it the heart? What is it?
Yeah, it's silence.
It's silent. Yes.
But it comes and goes though.
It comes and goes. And who is there to see that it comes and goes? You say it comes and goes. Let's
I
state it
say
that
this
way.
out of frustration because I'm always coming back to this place
It's okay. We can
and
clear it up.
I'm losing it and coming back and
Okay.
losing it and
Okay.
I.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say like this. Okay. Suppose I'm attached to something. Okay. And this something is like a flower in my garden or some my rose plant. It has these roses and I'm very happy when it comes, but it goes. It comes and it goes. You see? So I am watching my rose plant. The rose is coming and the rose is going. You see, and that I don't like because it comes and goes. You see, but I must be there to report that something is coming and going. I
Ye-
must know that the rose plant is has a rose or doesn't have a rose. Yes or no?
Of course,
Yes.
yeah.
In the same way, I could say that, oh, I have this beautiful thought about the future, this beautiful imagination of what my house will be 10 years later. And I love it. But even this thought comes and goes. Therefore, there must be an I that knows that this thought comes and goes, isn't it? In the same way, you could say, I have this beautiful feeling of bliss.
Yeah.
But even this feeling comes and goes.
Yeah. I mean, it's always there in satsang,
Yes,
and then I
it
leave
goes.
satsang and it's there still,
Yes, but
but
it changes.
eventually it
It
goes.
goes. You see, everything in this appearance comes and goes. But for you to be able to say it comes and goes, that means you must still be there to watch the coming and going of it. Can you really say if you were just that feeling or that which actually came and went, then you would go along with it, no?
Yeah, but that's impossible.
That's not, no, but is it just mentally impossible or when you
Yeah, it's
check?
mentally impossible.
Let's check. Any feeling, the coming and going of it, am I not there to witness it? You say in satsang I get this beautiful feeling of bliss and then it reduces and eventually goes.
Am I getting those experiences?
Yes,
I
yes,
am.
yes. And yet, that which is the witness of these is untouched by them. That which says this is coming very beautiful, very strong, and then yet going. Is that one touched by it?
I don't know. Because I get it, and then I doubt it. I get it, and then I doubt it.
Yes,
I doubt I'm like a doubting person. Like I do
doubting
that.
Thomas.
Yeah, I have that
It's okay.
tendency
It's
from
okay.
ever.
Even I had like this. It's okay.
I doubt everything,
Yeah,
anything,
it's very good.
not just spirituality.
It's
So
very helpful.
yeah, but it's bad also.
Well, sometimes, but when you're in satsang, it can be helpful actually.
No, because I don't believe anything.
Don't believe anything.
No, but it's bad.
Don't believe that also.
Because like I get a good experience, I'm like, wait, am I really getting this experience?
Yes.
Is it really happening
So
for me?
it's
Am I
very
the
good.
blah 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 blah?
Very good. Use this.
I feel mad. I feel like a madman.
Don't believe this also. Don't believe this also. Don't believe it is bad that you are mad. All these ads, don't add to yourself.
Okay.
So don't believe anything,
Okay.
including what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay. No. Wait.
Yeah.
No, I have to believe what you say.
No.
It's like because if I believe what you say, it overrides my own belief, honestly, because I'm able to put more trust in your words than my
Okay.
words.
Okay.
So it actually helps a lot. I
So-
just say like I believe Ananta, and then I'm able to get out of my own head, and I just listen to you, and it takes me out.
Okay. But so if it's replacing prior conditioning with new conditioning, that is all right. But ultimately, even this conditioning must be let go of, because I don't want you to be dependent on my belief system. You see,
But I am.
right now. So let's look at how we can even transcend that. You
I
see?
don't want to transcend.
Which is also
I just want to be with like around you. I just want to. I don't know. Maybe yeah. Because you got it. I can just keep listening to you. You'll take me wherever I need to go. I don't
this
have to
is
do
also
anything.
okay. This is surrender in a way, which is very beautiful. You see, but just don't block off anything. Then, if you trust me, then just remain open to what is being shared.
Okay.
You see, don't say, okay, I don't really care what he's saying. I just want to be with him.
I kind of do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see, because this is a normal thing that happens with those with a devotional temperament.
Yes.
Sometimes they can fall into this trap, which is that he's just talking something. I don't care. You see, so see, whatever sense you have, little bit of just remaining open. Don't say it's just whatever. Just remain open. Okay, say I don't get it yet, but I trust him. He'll get me there.
Yes.
And you will find that those who have come to satsang with even this devotion, like Aradhana, when she came first, she had no interest in any of what was being pointed like this. She was just like this, that I just want to be with you. I know that I'm safe with you. I can trust you. Like
Yeah.
this she came. And yet there was some just openness to allowing things to come and some looking to happen very naturally. And now if you speak to her, she speaks about all of this. Awareness, consciousness, there's nothing which escapes.
I think it's only because of that actually, because I don't get the other stuff really. I can pretend like I get it and say the stuff, but I feel like it's only because I put my whole being like in what you say.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna like, I just totally listen to you, and then it automatically happens. It's totally you. Like that's the only thing that works.
Yeah. It's okay like this. Actually, if someone was to ask me also, and although I can sound like this and sound very Advaita and things like this, but if someone would say, you have to pick between being a devotee or being a jnani, I would say devotee any day.
Mm.
Like this, then being a devotee is not a struggle.
Yeah, it's not. I think no, it's not. It's not.
Because it's easy. Then everything is my master's problem, my father's problem.
Yeah.
Then with that, all this conditioning from the mind, what's going to happen to you, where is my life going, all of that seems powerless.
Yeah.
Because none of it is my problem.
Yes.
It is my problem, but none of it is your problem.
But I am a bad student. I pick it up again.
Don't pick this up. Whose
You get rid
problem
of
is
it,
that?
I get it back. You get rid of it, I get it back. I'm
Suppose you
dumb
were a
that way.
bad student, whose problem would that be to solve? You say, I am surrendered to you. Then don't pick up trying to fix the bad student also.
But I get frustrated because
Why?
I'm like, because you went to Satsang and Ananta did this and that. And it's like, you're free, and then you picked it up again, you moron.
Yeah. This
Ah,
is also my problem then. You cannot have it both ways. You see, this is okay. Let me unravel this for you.
it's like you come halfway and I come halfway. I believe that
No,
kind of,
that is not the way of
or something
surrender.
like that.
You can say something like that, but the real point is that if you surrendered, then surrender everything. You see, there are many variations of half surrender, and this is one of them. Yeah? The first variation of half surrender is that you are the doer now, but I am the experiencer. Therefore, why are you doing this to me? Or thank you for doing this to me. But actually, doer and experiencer must be the same. Sometimes those who are inclined to pride, they will say, all the good things, yes, I was very good today. I did all the good stuff. You see, and yet God is doing this to me, or my master is doing these bad things to me. You see, those who are inclined towards pride will say that. Those who are inclined towards guilt will say, my master is doing such great stuff. Ananta is doing this, he's doing this, but and yet I am being so bad. You
Yeah.
see, then if your master can do this good stuff, then who's doing the bad stuff? If the master is the doer, then everything must be his doing. No?
I understand. Yes, I understand.
So then with this surrender, then you see that the sense of personal doership dissolves. And then you see that everything is my master's. And then you will say, my master and I are one.
Yeah, I want that.
Let that be my problem to deal with. You don't pick up anything about yourself. Let it all be. Take it up with my father. Whatever the mind is saying, take it up with my father. You're being bad. You're not listening. Take it up with my father.
But I can say that.
Yes, you can say that.
Okay.
Even the most, sometimes the fear is that how can I give this to my father? This is too horrible or too
Yeah.
terrible or
Yes, I
too
feel that.
shameful or too
Yes.
whatever you can.
How can I just say it's you? How can I just put the onus or the responsibility, the blame
Yeah.
on you?
Yes, you can.
You can't just make excuses for your life, Satyan, like that.
You cannot
You
have
know?
it both ways.
Ah,
You see, then don't give me the good stuff also. Don't give me credit for the good stuff. Then say Satyan did it.
but then how does that help me?
Exactly. So leave both of this to me. If there is a sense that my master is doing it, then your master is doing everything, no? To experience this realm of contrast. Sometimes he's eating sugar, sometimes he's eating salt. Huh? Then you will come to the realization that there is no Satyan and there is no master, that we are one. But unless you
Yes.
give up on ideas of Satyan, the most guilt-ridden ones, the most shameful ones, as well as the most full of pride, the most amazing ones, all ideas of Satyan must be dropped.
Can you take them from me?
That's what we are doing in satsang.
I don't want them.
Yes. Then you don't energize them with your belief.
Yeah.
And especially your most guilty thoughts. Say, take it up with my father. Because I see you're attracted to guilt.
Yes.
Why you want to be that way? It's all my problem now.
Years of conditioning, right? So, I mean, I don't want to make excuses, but
No. Years of conditioning are nothing for the Sadguru. If you keep believing that, oh, it's years, therefore it should take years to go, then it will play that way. To that which is the eternal one, years of conditioning is nothing but a blink of an eyelid. It is the devotees that have the easiest time of it. Yeah. So now you see it, don't become guilty about that. You see, because those who are attracted to guilt will even say, if I say don't become guilty, they say, okay, I'm becoming too guilty and feel guilty about that. Yes.
Like I wanted the
Yes. It
thing,
becomes a comfort
and so I
zone.
can't even blame anyone else. I
Yes.
can't make an excuse because I chose that thought pattern. I can even, since I've come to satsang, I can see at that point I chose that, and I
Yes.
continued to run that way.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like now I'm running back the other way. I have to run as long.
Now you don't have to do anything. I'm running for you. And this can be a little fearful because the mind comes and says, but then who are you? What are you to do? Nothing.
Thank you.
So welcome.
I love you
I love you too.
a lot.
Yes, yes, same, same. Same, same.
Really.
Yes, really.
No, I really
Yes,
need
yes,
to. I
yes,
really
yes.
love you a lot.
Same, same.
I'd be totally just lost without you. You, Srimuji.
I'm here. I'm always here. Even physically, I'm mostly here. P1,
Yeah.
P1 Gem
Yeah,
Wellington.
thank God for that. It's like saying like thank God I was born in Bangalore. Can you imagine? I was wondering if I did something right. to be born in Bangalore.
We had to dance this dance together. So we had to be here. No?
Yeah, thank God for that. Thank God for you. Yeah, I love you.
I love you too.
I guess I should go. So, thanks. And I love you.
I love you too.
Bhagwan, Bhagwan. Bhagwan, I want to ask something.
Yes, yes, please.
Bhagwan Ramana says that consciousness plus waking is waking,
Consciousness
and
plus
consciousness plus sleep is sleep, plus consciousness plus waking is
waking
waking,
is waking. Okay.
is the waking. Consciousness plus dream is dream, and consciousness plus sleep is sleep. So the
Hmm.
substratum is always the consciousness. Then he also says that consciousness is like a screen. First, the consciousness projects itself as a human being onto the screen. Then the human being actually creates some kind of a play on the screen itself and then plays. That play could be the bondage, or the play could be the play of the freedom. This consciousness, what we call as I am, then if it is a substratum, then where does the identification happen? Because the play is only a reflected consciousness. And the mind also is a part of the play, which again is a reflected consciousness. The consciousness is a substratum without which the screen cannot play the movie. Is my understanding correct or not? It is only in the play, but then we say the consciousness is I am. I am saying the consciousness is not I am, it is the existence, while the I am is in the play of the consciousness. Because to say I am, the mind has to come in the picture, the words have to come in the picture. It can only come in the place. Because when I was sleeping, I am was not there. To say that there was no consciousness during the sleep is not valid, because that is the substratum.
So the words I am
So the
are
words
not
I
I
am
am. Is there
are
echo?
not I am. Echo?
Words
Yeah,
I
echo.
am.
Okay, I will mute
Words
myself.
I
I
am.
will mute myself.
The words I am are not I am. Even a child who has not learnt any language yet is I amness. You see? So his or her inability to say the words or report the words I am doesn't mean that beingness is not. You see? So although you say that Bhagwan said consciousness plus waking is waking, consciousness plus sleep is sleep, I would say that in this definition, I would replace, because we have to use one consistent set of definitions, we would replace awareness with what you said of consciousness. So therefore, I would say awareness and then the birth of consciousness, the I amness, the I, then amming, becoming, playing as I am, then is the waking state or the dream state. When I am is dissolving and coming back to just the I, then it is the sleep state. Then you spoke about attachments. So when only I is impossible to attach to anything at all, isn't it? In sleep state, can you be attached to something? Cannot be. Then when amness appears and it becomes I am, then we have the power of belief, which means what? I am is just I am. And yet we have the power to believe I am spiritual, I am a man, I am a body, I am a good person. All these attributes which can never truly be attached to the I amness. Beingness is just being. We use our power of belief to pretend that we are all of these. This is what is called attachments. So attachments are what? That which we attach to this I amness. So delusion means to pick up these attachments and to play this game of pretending. And freedom from delusion of coming to freedom means dropping all these attachments, all these beliefs which have been given to the I am itself. You see? So all of this is consciousness. I am is consciousness. You see? Now, in the presence of I am, the birth of I am, what is the light? What is the screen? Who are the characters? It's all this beingness itself, isn't it? So consciousness itself is the light of the projector. It is the screen of the movie. It is the play of the characters. But who is watching this entire movie being played out? That is you. That is awareness, you see. So not to get stuck in the words or the labels of these words, but just see if all of this doesn't resonate with your direct experience. And check, is this not true? That when the waking state comes, it is just pure presence I am. Then from memory and new thoughts, we build new conditioning about this I amness. So all that is happening in satsang is the dropping of these attachments that have been attached to the pure sense I am itself. So when Guruji says recovering consciousness, what would it mean? It means just that consciousness playing as this, associated with all these attachments, coming to unassociated consciousness. This is freedom. Now check everything that has been said against your own direct experience. Don't try to check it against some knowledge or some other reference points and see what
Bhavan,
your direct
can we go through this once more? Can we go through this once more so that because when I was going through this internally, there were certain still some disconnects. So can you
yes,
regress me again into this?
Yes. We can look at this again. In fact, I'm happy to look at this all the time actually, because this is what we are really talking about. In sleep state, we say that there is nothing at all. I went to sleep. What does that really mean? That the phenomenal world, the phenomenal experiencing, it all dropped. Yet sleep is your own experience. Nobody else has to tell you went to sleep at 10:30. You know this. So there is awareness even of this nothingness. You see? Then what happens? The dream state or the waking state comes. What is the difference between this nothingness and the waking state? Is that first there is a sense I am, to which the world then appears. It is never that the world is, but there is no I am. You see? So this I am comes. Now suppose that this I am had no power to believe anything at all. No thoughts could be believed. Then it would just be being, not attached to anything without the power of belief. Is it possible to be attached to anything at all? We must check this. Possible to create some attachment? Without belief, can I get attached to anything? You find that it's not possible. Therefore, the power of belief is I am's power to give itself attributes, or at least pretend to give itself attributes. I am this way, I am that way, I am truthful, I am honest, I am spiritual, I am a seeker, I am a husband. You see? All of these are what? Just a basket of beliefs. For each expression of consciousness, this basket of beliefs is unique. Therefore, everyone has a unique identity in this realm. So when we come to satsang, actually, we are tired of picking up these beliefs mostly. And this is the process of coming to unassociated being. So we've been associated with all of these attributes that we have given to ourselves. And in satsang, it is asked, who are you? And in the checking of this, all of this prior conditioning is being dropped away. And we are going from I am this, I am that, I know this, I know that, into just I amness. This is freedom, unassociated being. You see? So the process of attaching is just the process of believing. So when we now dropping all of these beliefs and not picking up any new ones, we remain unassociated as pure presence, I am itself. Now, in this entire play of attaching and detaching, did something happen to the awareness, which is the primal witness of this play? Nothing. It remains unmoved, just the same as it was in sleep state, it remains in waking state. You see, so awareness remains untouched. That's why I said in your example of what you said from Bhagwan, I would replace the word consciousness with this awareness, because then it resonates with our direct experience. That sleep can come, waking can come, dream can come, all of that is added on, but awareness remains untouched. The arising of I am itself is called waking. I am plus belief or I am plus identity is the play of the person, play of the ego, play as the, we should say actually. Then you spoke about the screen, the movie, the projector. Then you find that it is this I amness itself, which is the light. In the light of the I am, this movie comes on. It is the light. But what is the screen? We check and we see all experiences happening on the same space of being itself. So it is the screen also. then what are the characters which are appearing, all these experiences, what are they made of? They are also made up of the same being itself. Therefore, consciousness must be the light, the screen, the character, all the appearances must be consciousness itself. But who is aware of this entire screening, of this entire play? It is you as awareness, untouched, unmoved by anything which is appearing in the play.
Father, can I ask for clarification?
Yes, my dear, please.
Yeah, last week you had said that awareness gave birth to consciousness.
Awareness is?
You had said last week that awareness gave birth to consciousness.
Bhagavan, can I continue?
You can maybe come back since she started. You can come back right after her.
Okay.
So, if awareness gave birth to consciousness, then awareness is, as you had said, the non-phenomenal parents of consciousness.
Yeah.
You said that last week. Did awareness create the law of gravity and other laws of physics?
Okay, so this is the question. So she says, if awareness gave birth to consciousness, you see, what does this mean actually? That if everything was awareness itself, in sleep state, only awareness is, there is no thing. Therefore, where must consciousness come from? It must come from and be made up of awareness itself. That's why I take the example of water and ice. So this dynamic, more seemingly tangible aspect called consciousness must also ultimately be made up of awareness itself. That's why I say consciousness takes birth within awareness itself and is made up of awareness itself. Then all these forces, like she said about gravity and what was the other one? I don't remember, but it could be
The law of
light, sound,
physics.
the laws of physics. Yes, so light, sound, electricity, magnetism, all of this. Do any of them appear when there is no consciousness? No. In sleep state, none of them are there. There is just nothing. There is no thing. So, with the birth of consciousness, is the birth of all of these phenomenal forces as well, starting with attention, belief, time, space, electricity, magnetism, gravity, all of this, even physical, biological, all of these forces come into play. Evolution, natural selection, all of these, if they are there, then they must come with the birth of consciousness, isn't it? So, all physical, chemical, biological, all of these energies and forces must be a product of consciousness itself because none of them exist in awareness. Now, when I see these things, it is not meant to create a sense of duality between awareness and consciousness. It is just for us to look closely at the forces which are at play in this qualitative realm called the world or our experience, our living experience. You see? So, although the ultimate truth still remains that only awareness is, because even consciousness is made up of that, and yet we look into these things specifically because we want to look at the play of attention and belief. But we also notice that along with the forces of attention and belief, there are also these physical forces that come into play, like what you said, the laws of physics and gravity. So I would say that they are a product of consciousness itself.
Okay. All right. Very good. And one last comment to Satan.
Yes, yes.
He is very lucky to live in Bangalore. Because I'm over here in California and I would love to be right there where you are.
This hangout is our attempt to get you here, you see.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's almost midnight here and I'm wide awake.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
Thank you. I love you.
Very
Thank you.
love you too. Thank you.
Can I ask now?
Yes, yes, my dear.
Actually, I lost the thread which I wanted to ask. Nothing retains here. Uh, the second question was that even in Muji Baba's books, the only saying is God illumines the mind, but one cannot know God by means of the mind. God
Yes,
illumines the mind.
yes,
One cannot know God by means of the mind, but it can
yes,
turn inward and merge, okay,
yes,
with the God.
yes,
So, can you please actually, throw some light on this?
yes, yes, yes. So the first part is clear. We just defined it that everything that appears after the birth of I amness must be I amness itself. Therefore, God is also creating this energy construct called the mind, which is nothing but a bundle of thoughts and similar energies. You see, so the mind is also consciousness. You see, so it is in the
No,
light of
actually, the God
say
which is being referred to here is the consciousness, is the I amness itself. Like,
yes,
like when you create, all the gods like Ram, Krishna, they are all within the consciousness that is an aspect of the consciousness.
yes,
It has nothing to do with the awareness because awareness is like a sun. It doesn't matter actually where the rays are going. So it is unmanifested. So the God, since it is manifested, has to be a part of the consciousness itself.
yes, yes,
So does it mean that this consciousness, this I amness, which illumines the mind as such within the body, because when the body is there, then there is an I amness. When the sense of the body is there, then there is the sense of the I amness. Without the body, there is no I amness. So this again is a dynamic aspect.
well, you can say it's your usual
Because my
experience is like
understanding,
your usual experience is like that, you see, but actually you're coming to the discovery that it is the body which is within the I amness. And also you notice that many have had experiences called out of body experiences where they still feel I am, but it is not within the body, you see. But what
yeah, I
you're
have
actually
had out of body. I
okay,
have
so
had out of body experience also.
yes, so what I'm saying is that your real discovery is that everything which is appearing within this I amness itself, the screen of consciousness, like you yourself said. You see? So this mind is also within the phenomenal play of consciousness. Therefore, it must be the same light which brings it into existence. You see? So just like the sun cannot say authoritatively, only through second-hand knowledge, only then a son can say, my father was born here and at this time. Just in the same way, the mind cannot say that being is like this. You see? So the mind can really not fathom or report anything about consciousness. Only as second-hand concepts it can report that. You see? But you, from your direct experience, you know that consciousness is here. So this I that knows even the presence or absence of I am, this I you are, this awareness you are.
This is well within the direct experience. But when you say all the conditionings, what you said is the attachment is of the belief, which
Yes,
I well understood.
yes,
Now this attachment as such, though the mind also plays part in this initially, because all attachments are from the mind itself. I am this, I am that, all these belief systems, etc. Or is it the consciousness which is believing through the mind?
It is only consciousness that has the power of belief. And consciousness believing the mind is the creation of attachment.
So mind is a tool. Actually, the mind is not an entity. It is only a thought. And the belief
Yeah,
in the thought means consciousness is believing in the thought of the mind, which does
that's
not
right.
exist as such. It is just a stray
That,
thought. It is just a stray thought. And so the consciousness basically feels the attachment. That is what it means.
that's right. So it pretends to play as if it is all of these things. But really, consciousness is just consciousness. Being is just being, but it is pretending as if I am this or I am that, which is the Leela. This is the play.
Why do we say that it is all the play of the consciousness first to actually create something and then to transcend it? So this is a kind of a desire to know itself, and awareness is just providing the kind of a illumination to this consciousness, which is the I amness. So why there is a need to because Bhagavan Muji Baba says that somehow, so he uses the word somehow. It creates basically this illusion so that it is able to transcend it. But where, if I close my eyes, I know I am, and I have no intention of creating any play. I have no intention. My direct experience is there is no intention. But
And this I which has no intention is which one?
sorry, come again.
The I that has no intention is which one?
No, I'm not talking about awareness. I'm talking about consciousness itself. Why this game
Yes,
has to be in the waking state? Why this game
yes.
has to be only in the waking state?
I'm talking about the one who is saying that I have no idea to create, intention to create or not create. I don't want to play this game. This one is who?
I don't know.
This one is Anil. It is not
Okay,
the
it is the
words of
person.
just the pretend person. Consciousness playing as Anil is saying that, but I didn't want to do any of this. I didn't want to create.
But it is the same Anil which wants to transcend.
And this Anil will never transcend. This Anil will be transcended. The Anil will be transcended. Anil will not transcend this.
Yes, I understand. I understand. It is not by direct experience that it is a play of the consciousness. See, Maya, I know. Maya, if I had no knowledge from the word, I would not say that I have but I'm in the Maya, frankly speaking. If for me the hell was better than the heaven, I wouldn't even actually bother about the heaven. I would only consider hell as the heaven. Because how do I know the suffering? When we say suffering, actually, because I learned it from outside. I suffer, I suffer, I suffer. This is happiness. Yeah, I know that my true nature is happiness, so I would tend to be happy always. Maybe from there the suffering actually emanates, and I know that it is a suffering. let us say I have absolutely no knowledge, totally blank. My natural state will be the happiness, because that is what is my natural state. When there is a disturbance in this natural state, then I will suffer. Now, who will suffer? Which has to transcend this suffering? Is it only the game of the mind? Then why do we say that it is the consciousness which is playing this game and it's a creation of the consciousness? Actually, I'm confused a little bit. Theoretically, I understand everything. Where does the disturbance in my natural state come from? And if it is a disturbance, who is interpreting this disturbance as a suffering? There may be a pain in the body, but I am suffering. Who is this I am suffering? Is it the consciousness or the person? These subtleties, Bhagwan, please clear. Was I audible? You are laughing at my illusions. Huh? I can't hear you.
when you were talking to Satyan, and you just told him like, don't worry about it, like I'll take care of it, like the good, the bad, I'll take care of it. Since I was a young boy, I've always felt like Jesus was really close. I've heard that before, and this might seem like a really like silly question, but I just need to know like who are you, and like what's going on here. I need to know what's going on here. I'm afraid to ask, but I have to. Like, are you Jesus? I don't know what's going on here. Like, I just don't know.
Your own holy presence, your own God presence, your own light of being speaks through this form. There's truly nothing extraordinary about this form, but the recognition that you are coming to is that your own heart is speaking, your own truth is speaking. And the whole purpose of this form, speaking in this way, is to show you that your heart is here, your presence is here, light of God is here, and to bring you to the trust of this, your own spirit, your own light. So Jesus is your own heart, Guru is your own heart, your own presence, God is your own presence. And as you allow this one to be here more and more, you will find one day that as it can speak through this body, it also speaks through your body. The same light. So just like Jesus would say, my Father and I are one, in the same way you're coming to the same discovery. And this innocence is good. Because he said only the babes will enter the kingdom of heaven. And when we let go of this doubting mind, then with our childlike innocence, we see that heaven is here.
It just feels like just because I'm here, like it's just done.
Yes. Yes. Up high? You're coming to the recognition of your own self, of your own presence. And sometimes the words which are here can be confused to be knowledge or something, but they're just mere pointers for you to get to check for yourself. And if there is some trust, then you trust that I know how much is good for you, and when it becomes too much, just words, words, words.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste, my dear.
Sorry, my love, I muted you by mistake. Sorry.
She can unmute now. You can unmute if you're speaking, my dear. By mistake, Parvati muted you. You can unmute now.
Is it okay for me to talk?
Yes, yes, yes.
Um, I know I don't know how to put this, but I'll try my best. I have this energy appearing all the time. I see you, I look at you, and I know that you are this whole thing, this whole universe, this life. But there is a fear type of energy which doesn't want me to fully feel it or fully sense it, but because of this identity or appearance, I feel like barrier. But I'd like to release this or expose it in this way, whichever way it happens. That I don't feel this barrier. I feel that as when it comes spontaneous, that I hear you speak with clarity, and that can be also while I'm on the screen or at closer distance.
Some fear can naturally arise as you're getting in touch with your own presence, in the recognition of your own being. But the fear can never be stronger than your own being. So let it arise. And the urge for self recognition is this strong, then no fear can hold you back. Let it arise, it will only be burnt in your own being. Don't fear the fear. In the allowing of it, allow it to be released.
It's not like a fear, but it's like a suppressed energy which is holding something at a distance, wants to hold at a distance.
Yes. And it's very good for it to come up and to be released. Whatever suppression of energy has been there.
Or it could be something like belief that in lifetime you can't meet God, some kind of belief which has been embedded from our religion or from our childhood, that your God is out there only, you know, and probably we are not worthy of seeing, having this. So I don't know, I'm quite mixed up with things whichever is in their content.
It's okay. We don't even need to
I
understand
don't
what it
want
is.
to, yeah.
Don't need to place it and say that this is what it is, which is going now. As long as it is all going, allow it to go. Don't need to label it also. Only the truth will last. Only the truth prevails. All the rest is going.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Light at your feet. I love you, Father.
I love
I
you
love
too,
you
my dear.
so much.
Love you too.
Love you so much. As far as the heaven and earth is, from earth to the stars, inside to the earth, into the bottom of the crust. I love you.
Same, same. Thank you, my love. Thank
Why are you appearing like this in human form? I'm sorry.
you. You are the same being in human form.
This is real. You were always here. My God.
All praise, all reverence to the Sadguru, which is your own presence. The outer form will just point you to that, your own Atma.
Father, one technical problem.
Huh?
One technical problem. This
Okay.
heaviness in mind doesn't want to believe what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling, what is here, what is this, what is this. Please remove that. I don't need this anymore.
Yes, yes. Actually, in this realm, we often say, that it's full of contrast, but actually every aspect of the realm is also full of contrast. Like right now in this room, it could be, or in this hangout and visitors online, it could be that one is feeling so blissful and peaceful, and there could be one who is feeling, oh, like, what am I stuck in? Why can't I get out of here? You see? Just like that, we look at our body and something is feeling like so much love and bliss, and something else is feeling so heavy and distracted and disturbed. You see? Enjoy the contrast. It's okay. As we get used to these contrasts, then we don't mind them. Then everything is allowed. Then we have no intention also to bring more of something and bring less of something else. Because we trust the cook that is cooking for us. We trust that she knows the recipe. You see. Diana had got some chocolate yesterday, and one of them looked like it could be wasabi coated chocolate. It didn't turn out to be, but there's also like this chocolate and wasabi. The realm of contrast. Allow everything. It's fun this way.
Can I talk to you a little bit about all that allowing?
Yes, my dear, you can.
Hello. I didn't want to interrupt Shantiji. I just want to make sure she's...
Okay.
You find my love? I can speak to him?
Sure. Go ahead. Why not?
So there's a few things that have happened with some other Sangha members in our Sangha, right? One posted a video that upset me. Another one yesterday posted another video that I thought was indirectly insulting you, and that upset me. So they, what happens with me is I sort of think, okay, well, it's something that's happening with them, and I just sort of leave it, you know. Then it comes in front of me, and I feel like the space is there to comment, and then I comment about it. It doesn't sort of take up my thinking time, you know what I mean? If I'm away from it, it doesn't come into the present moment. But if it's there, then I feel like saying, hey, you know. So I have this, in the mind, I have this thing of like, well, you shouldn't be getting irritated, you know. We have concepts of how we should be. So my concept is that I should be compassionate with what they're going through, patient, kind, tolerant, loving, you know, all that stuff. And I see you like be like that, you know. So then this is my concept. And then at other times I have this thing of like, well, you know, the whole universe, God, consciousness has made you like this, where you're very direct and you can say, like, excuse me, I can see that you're trying to, like, take issue with Ananta with your video that you just posted. like I just want to like type it, you know, because it's it's how I am, you know, and I'm honest like that, and this is how I've been made. So, but and then I sort of stop myself from saying it or doing it, but I feel like that's also a concept, that like stopping, you know, like I feel like I should just like freely write the note to say, excuse me, like I can see what's going on with you, please stop that, you know. So I just have to speak it out, because and I feel like this like, you know, is also a whole it's not being free, it's not just letting the flow, but I can recognize that the flow is like that there's a higher sort of thing that just will let it all be, like you know, like you say, just let it all be. If I can also just let it all be and just move past and just, you know, carry on. So I don't know if there's a question in this, but I want to discuss it with you because it's coming up, I suppose.
Very good contemplation that all of us as the Sangha and even those who are watching us should have together. Because I know, and all of you know, that for many years, if I said that there is one attachment or one condition that still remains here, it is the attachment to my master. So I said, do whatever you want. I will not make space from you unless you disrespect my master. It was a clear line that was drawn, and I said it over and over again that this is my line. I know it's conditioning, it's attachment, whatever, but I feel
Yeah.
this is what still is, and I'm not going to be in denial of that. You see? So when that, for example, that video was posted, I felt like that line was crossed. You see?
Mm.
And here the reaction came just like that, that this is just insulting, it's disrespectful, and I don't want to it's just because you knew that this is the line. So I feel like you're saying goodbye. So then let it be that way. Let it be goodbye then. You see,
Mm.
so it became that, and I sent that. I feel that as long as we are communicating like this with integrity, even if it is coming from some ideas we have about ourselves and how things should be, as long as we are communicating with integrity, we are not playing games, we're not being malicious, we're not political. I feel there's great beauty in just like this. I find great beauty in your expression as Parvati. You see? So, yes, it's true. Uh, I know everyone cannot be your expression. Every expression is unique. You
Mm.
see? But I find great. I know that you send me also messages when you don't like something. You just tell me this is like this is like this. I don't like.
I'm sorry.
Send me messages which start with seriously question mark, which is great. I enjoy very much like that. So so here there's always openness to this checking, you see, because anytime we feel like, okay, I have got it and I am special enough now not to receive any feedback from anyone, then that is trouble, you see, that is just arrogance. So I
Yeah.
like receiving your messages. Also others in the Sangha tell me very openly that this is what not right, this is should be like this. And I'm open to accepting because I know actually that in this realm of action, there is no action which is perfect actually. There is no action that I can happen through here or through anyone else which you can just say, this is just perfect. You see, this is a realm of imperfections.
Mm.
So we must always be open to understanding, to learning, to new insight. And I have to say that what you have told me has always helped me. You see? So like this. So it happened like this that I just I couldn't just feel like, you know, this I want to be with this person who posted this video about my master. So I just pressed unfriend on Facebook, and it was a reaction. I have to admit it was a reaction because I felt actually hurt by what had happened.
Mm.
So it was and then actually some contemplation happened here that I speak of openness, we speak of freedom, we speak of all of these things. So is it not possible to even continue to communicate with this one? Not not like pandering of any sort, but just clear communication and say, what is it that you felt that you had to post like this in spite of knowing that this would be something that would hurt me actually. You see, what is it that you felt? What were you trying to accomplish? So these conversations actually have been happening with the one who posted this video. So this is happening. So like this, when we even admit, okay, that was an initial reaction, but I'm open to still communicating with you, because I don't feel that someone who does something which to us seems like a mistake, then should mean that we just close ourselves to them.
Yeah, I also but I still feel like we can say like, hey, don't do that. You know,
Yes,
that's not cool. I'm sorry,
yes,
that's not cool. You know. So
very true.
if someone has feel like they have the right to say something, and I also don't even want to make it this particular instance, you know, in any kind of situation. Somebody feels like they have freedom and they have the right to say something or post something on Facebook or write a message in the chat, you know, then surely, and I feel like I have the freedom to say, hey, what are you doing? You know, that's my freedom, you know, and also but what I want you to discuss with me and for what my satsang is around this is then I get this thing of like, yes, but who are you to say like that it's not right, or you know, and then there's this whole like checking the whole time. There's almost like this stopping of the natural sort of behavior, you know. And I want you. I know that there's arrogance. I see it in myself and I see it in everyone. I want you to tell me, like, if you see something, I just want to come in front of you and say, you slash it, you know. If you see something, please tell me, like, you know. I don't want to be blind to anything. So you just like chop my head, you know. I don't
I
know
know what
how else to say it.
you mean. And actually, I also saw some of your responses and things like this, and there's nothing I felt that I had to chop in that, because I did not. Okay, so in this realm, actually, I have not met a single being who is without conditioning. Even when I look at what is operating from here, or all of the sages that I've come across in my life, I've not met a single one who is without any smidgen of conditioning. You see? So those who are claiming to be completely without conditioning, that itself is their conditioning, you see. Just that ultimate perspective itself becomes a conditioning. So there is nobody who is without any conditioning whatsoever, and I don't feel this play can actually continue without any conditioning. There must be some juice here to continue to operate in this way. And it is my promise to you that if I feel that something was coming from a place of specialness and arrogance, I will come and bring it to you. But nothing from what you mentioned, these incidents that have happened in the past, I don't see anything that needs to be specifically pointed out in that way.
Thank you. And please, if
But
you ever in the future see anything, please,
with
please.
integrity and openness, we will always look at these things together. It is my job.
I
I have
please, I want you to not be so kind with me, because I can feel your loving kindness, you know. I feel like I have to say to you, don't be kind with me, don't be loving, don't be sparing, you know. Take out your sword. I appreciate your kindness and your love, you know. But I feel in this case, to have any tolerance for it would be a disservice, you know. So just, if you see it, chop it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much because it gives me a lot of space. Okay, very good. Everybody sings. Everybody sings. Thank you, thank you, thank you all.
Thank you.
Jogan is here. Jogan says, Guruji, would you please answer Anil's last question? Actually, I couldn't register his question at all. Maybe next time when he comes, you can ask again. But there came a point where it was just, I felt like what had to be shared with him was shared, and the question was just, it's not a judgment or anything. It was just physically not registering what he was asking. Yeah, I just felt like not even not responding, it didn't register at all. I didn't know what to respond. Although the words were audible, but nothing was taking hold of the question. But I enjoy. So far, I've enjoyed a lot of the contemplations we've had together with him. But there just comes maybe one point where it just something stops.
The silence was very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And sometimes silence is also the best answer. Although it can be used as a cliche, I know, and I used to get very irritated with these kind of answers. And yet sometimes I'm allowed to say these things, isn't it? And usually, actually, in the last 3 years, I don't recall many times where I've not looked at a question. But sometimes you have to say silence is the best answer.
It brought everything to a deeper level, much deep,
Yes.
very, very deep. It shifted it out of the mind to the heart.
I
Yeah.
also experienced the energy in this room also came to the heart because of the silence, which is good.
Yes. Yes. In a deep way. Yeah. Thank
I
you.
feel that just as everyone always has had the prerogative to ask me any question, just in the same way, there should be a prerogative here to not answer sometimes. No?
Yeah. Yes.
That teaching itself, the silence is a teaching in itself and an answer to the question. Um, Ramana and Dakshinamurti used to teach in silence. So we appreciate it when you answer us with your silence.
Very, very. Yes, yes. If you want a mic, you can get. I see. I see.
The song is all about Ananta, who's infinite, means infinite, and Ananda, which
Oh,
means bliss. So
please.
this song is a play of these
Oh,
two words.
nice.
So I'd like everybody to sing. Um, no pictures. Anand, Ananda, 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 Ah, ah, Ananta, 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 Ananda, 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 Ananta, 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 Ananda, 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 Ananta, 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 Ananda, 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 Ananta, 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 Ananda, 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 Ananta, 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 Ananda, Anantam, Ananta, Ananda, 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 Ah, ah, Ananta, 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 Ananta. जय गुरु सदगुरु अनंत जी की जय की जय.
Thank you all so very much for joining Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Ji ki Jai.
Jay.
Jay. And I loved hearing about the wasabi chocolate. That sounds outrageous.
Shima asked question that I'm not good to expose in front of the Sangha to get it out of you like this. It's a very helpful process, but when you say father, actually, who are you referring to? We're not really referring to father as this physical form of this body that is sitting here. We're referring to your own holy presence, the Sadguru which is within. There is great gratitude here for this Sadguru which allows this mouth to be used as his voice. So just to surrender it to your own presence, which is the true master, true father. This play of bodies is just the intermediary relationship, you see. The true reality is that we are one already. And when you refer to me as father, I pointed to my father. Just this sense of surrender to your own presence, the presence of God, which is your own heart. This is what it means. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Parvati, my dear, for moderating. We can end the broadcast now.